Hey everybody, Sherry here with Blue Book Designs. Let's go ahead today. I'm going to put the camera down and let's get painting a spring door hanger. I don't know what the weather's like where you are today, but it is absolutely gorgeous here. And spring is in the air, so I feel like let's get started. Hang on just a minute. There we are. Hey everybody. I feel like it is just a bit dark and I don't know why, but let's get started regardless and see if we can't change that up a little bit. So I'm going to start today. We're going to get this Hey Margaret, how are you? What's the weather like down by you? It is 70 degrees in Wisconsin on the 3rd of March. That's like unheard of. I've had nice weather, but not quite this early before. It's warm. I wonder if it isn't warm everywhere. Here, maybe that'll help a little bit. I'm not sure why it looks, maybe there, it isn't so dark. So I felt like we've got lots of bunnies to do, but they had to dry. So we're just gonna get started with spring here right now. I'm just gonna do this light color here before we move into the darker colors. This is kind of the background here. Margaret, I have to catch up with you about a couple signs if you're still here too. I was gonna do it yesterday and didn't get that far. So as you can probably see if you've got a good view of this, this is just the word spring with some spring things around it, you know, an umbrella, sunshine, clouds, butterfly, flower. So I'm just trying to do the outline area where we aren't, that's because it's pretty light, where we aren't going to have a lot of other paint, so that we don't have to go over the darker paint later. So that's not going to be real fun. And if we go over some of this light blue with our other colors, it'll be fine. It was either this afternoon while the bunnies are drying, or a couple wreaths, and I just decided this was so bright and cheery that, not that the wreaths weren't, but I've been kind of itching to do this one, so this one won. Almost done with what I think we're going to do for the base color, at least for right now. We can go back over it a little later. One more step. All right. Okay, now I think we are going to work on the letter S, which we are going to do in a yellow. I think I'm going to make that just a little lighter yellow, and the rays coming off of it we're going to do in a little darker yellow with maybe a little orange mixed in. I'm just going to add a little white to some yellow here just to make it a little lighter, which is something that I tend to do, mix versus have 40 different colors, but sometimes you need just the right color, so that's what you do. Still a little bit dark. Oops, that might be a little bit light. We'll see. I think it's gonna be okay. Just add a little bit of yellow to it. Just a little. All right, I think we're good now. It is just, the sun is so bright today, and it is so nice here that it just feels so much like spring is here. Although we got kind of laughed at last week because that's how it felt. One day it was in the 70s, and by that night it was in the teens, so I'm not gonna consider this is what it's gonna be quite yet, but still nice when we get it. 70 degrees is something you don't get very often in Wisconsin this early in March. I'll probably give this yellow another coat just because it's a little bit more transparent. Oftentimes I'll do a white base underneath it first, but got away from me this time and didn't do it. So we'll see. Probably do a second coat. So I got a different setup that I think is going to give us a lot better, or a different view. And I just didn't have time to set it up before I went live today, so I think that will be hopefully on the agenda for tomorrow, because I think I'm really gonna like it, and I think it'll make a big difference. I'm gonna let that dry before I put the rays from the sun on it. Okay, so we are gonna do our butterfly next. Actually, I'm gonna do the eye next. And I am going to use a little bit darker color, springy color, but maybe a little bit darker. There we go. I had a different color I was going to use, but I'm going with this one because I did not have the other color, and I like this one. Okay. So our eye is coming in here in the midst of our butterfly and our flower. And this color is Laguna. Oops, can you not see it? I'm so sorry. There we go. So this is a real pretty sort of turquoise teal color. Most of the paint that I use is Apple Barrel. There are some DecoArt colors that I really love, or that I use just because I like them a bit better. But for the most part, it's Apple Barrel. You know, maybe I just really like the specific DecoArt, or the coverage is a little bit better, or something like that. But for the most part, I use the Apple Barrel colors. next I'm going to work on this flower right here. And we are going to have that a pink color. So Diva Pink is one of my favorite colors. So that's what I'm going to use for this. It's bright and it's bold and it's pretty. So I'm going to get just a little different brush for this, I think. And we'll come. Yeah, if you like pink, and I never thought I was a huge pink fan, but I think I'm going to take that back because I really love this color. It's bright, it's bold, but it is very pretty. We'll probably get the majority of this one done today, but then I'm going to let it dry and we will come back to do the outlining and the finishing touches and everything on it. We have a lot of spring things that are going to be hitting, going to be available, going to be online, however you want to put it, later today and tomorrow. And look at this. Many of them will just be short shipping time or ready to ship or that kind of thing. You'll just have to check for each of them. So we'll have more bunny buckets, bunny door hangers, Easter, you know, more Easter, that kind of thing. Oops, that's okay because we're going to go in there with a different color. So that's okay. Okay, so we got our flower. Now we're going to come down and do our purple butterfly. So, one of my favorite purples is called Petunia Purple, and it is also an apple barrel color. And then once we get this all painted, we'll come back when we do the highlighting and we'll add the antennas back on this butterfly. It is so windy here today though. With the warmth, we're getting the wind and it's crazy. I went out to spray paint more Easter buckets and it was terrible trying to get them painted, but I got it done. Just because it was so windy. It was incredibly windy out there. There, and when this is dry, we'll come back and we'll give it some accents, some spots. We'll highlight it. We'll do all the good things, right? So now I think we could probably G, which is right here. But before we do that, we are going to, oh, I don't know if you can hear it, but like the fire trucks are just going crazy here. I'm wondering, with as windy as it is, if there's some kind of a fire or something going on. Oops. Hang on, I'm just getting a little more wow. There must be a fire somewhere. With all the wind, there must be a brush fire or something somewhere. So I can hear those ambulances just screaming past here. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the clouds. So there'll be some definition in these, and you will be able to see, you know, the difference in the cloud from the background once we get everything done and we get all the highlighting done. We'll use some puffy paint on the clouds to give them a little more definition and just make them look fun. I'm sure we can find some place where we can add a little glitter, because, you know, everything should have a little glitter, right? Usually I have it planned out. On this one, I did not think that out ahead of time. There's another cloud right in here. So if you guys are looking for bunny buckets for the kids, so you can see the colors slightly different between the two too. If you're looking for bunny buckets for the kids, if you're looking for, you know, door hangers, signs yet for Easter, be sure to check things out. Tomorrow, later tonight and tomorrow, you should be able to find a lot of stuff that I will be uploading. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the G and in spring, and I think for the color in that I'm going to go to Lime Tree, and one of my favorite greens, excuse my paint, there we go. All right. I love Lime Tree for anything. Christmas time, anything really. It's just a good color green. Okay. Wow, I hear more sirens. It's crazy the number of fire engine sirens I hear out there. Yeah, if you do join or watch the replay, I'd love to know who you are, where you're from. If you've been on the page for a while, if you're new to the page, all the good info. That would be awesome. So when this green dries, we are going to come in. We're going to make some stripes here with, we'll have a lighter and a darker color of the green for the stripes. So we'll add those as it dries. Now we're going to work on the top part. So we're going to start up here with the umbrella. So this again we're going to do in purple. Just looking to see if I had just a deeper purple. No, I'm going to stick with the Petunia purple. Oops. And then we're gonna I'm gonna do white for the handle, but I'm gonna give it black stripes later. But we're gonna start with white for the handle right now. This one is actually a pretty fast paint, which is cool, and it's so cute. also later we are going to be doing tags for baskets. So if you would like a tag, that's something else that I'm gonna be adding. If you would like a tag for if you would like a tag for an Easter basket, personalized, that's the other thing you're going to be seeing. So we can get that done. So up here I'm going to do orange. Where is my, or actually, I'm going to do a lighter color orange, and I'm going to come in later with probably darker accents. Which, maybe not though. I'm thinking about this, guys. I'm thinking about this. Let's do the R first. Let's get that R done first. While I think about this. So we're going to use red for that. I'm going to use my favorite red, which is also an apple barrel color. Which is a great red color. It's my favorite red. You can, you get great coverage with it. It's bold, but that's okay. And then we're going to use a lighter, we're going to lighten it up, come back in, and do polka dots with the lighter color. This red will take just a little bit longer to dry, so we might have to come back later to finish it up. And this one is, I use matte paint on everything except for this color. This is a gloss color by Apple Barrel, and it is an awesome red. And we will, like I said, lighten it up a little bit. We're going to add white to this, to the red paint. And then the result of that is what'll come on here, and it'll be lighter. It'll be not really red, but not really a light pink either. It'll be kind of in the middle once we have it all mixed up. get my brush really clean because I have to come touch up this blue because of course I stuck my arm in it, which is pretty much par for the course for me. Let's see. All right. So now let's come back up here to our S, and we're going to take we're going to try a little color mixing here. We're going to take a little apricot, mix it with some orange, and see if we get the right color. Give me just a second here while I mix this up and see what we get. I think it could be just a little bit yellower, but yeah. And what you're supposed to get here is the whole idea of like the glowing sun rays. So it's a little more oranger. Once I get it on, if it's not quite what I think, and I think we need to get it a little deeper or darker, then that's what I will do. And we're gonna have to come in with a color for separation between the rays, which we did not do, but we can also do when we're doing highlights and when we're finishing it. So we're just gonna get these on for right now. Get our effect on here. Okay. Okay. So we'll still need to come in here with a little blue. I missed that. We might have some others, but let's get our P in spring done. I think I just got orange paint all over my face. How lovely. That would also be about my speed. Forgive my paint. Okay, so let's come in here with our orange. Now most of these letters will come back, will give some sort of stripes for most of them, or polka dots or something like that. Wow, that wind is just crazy out there. Okay. But I'm gonna let this dark purple or orange color dry before I add anything to this letter or any of the other letters. Like this red will take a little while to dry. It's thicker. And it's possible we may need to do a second coat on some of the colors, just if we think it isn't quite enough, then we'll go back in and we'll do the second coat. Before we do the highlighting or anything like that. And we're also going to be making a bow for this one because I think it needs some bright spring colors here. So okay. So we've got our base. We've got our SPRING and spring flower, butterfly, umbrella. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry so we can go ahead and finish it. Like I said, we're gonna be putting a number of here's one that isn't quite dry, but bunny buckets, so they can be personalized. Did you see that? Yeah, they can be personalized. We're also gonna have our basket. You couldn't see that very well, and I apologize for that. It's not done, so I'm gonna post a picture when it is done, but we'll have more of our bunny buckets up, more of our basket tags and bunnies. And hang on a second, where is it? This right here is one bunny that we're That's gonna get posted. Let me see if I can find the rest of his piece that goes with it. Hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Oh, please. Okay. So, where do you suppose? As you can probably tell, I reached halfway across the table. Here we go. He's gonna have a bow on him. He's not done. Gotta finish this, add his bow, so that'll be one of the ones I'm talking about. That'll be out there. Maybe not tonight, possibly tonight, but tomorrow I would imagine. So yeah, got a lot of things to get out there. Hope you guys will check them out. We can do customs for the bunny buckets, personalized or not. We can also personalize the basket, Easter basket tags. So let us know if we can do something for you. And if you have something that you just even want to just ask about, to check in to see if it's something we could do, that would be great. Thank you all for coming to hang out, and I will see you soon.